Hey, welcome back to Road Glide Garage. I've got one item that I'd like to review with you guys. Took me a lot of research. This is a Screamin Eagle Pro Street Tuner. There's a lot of haters, and I don't see a lot of love for these things at all out there. But after some research, I asked around. A lot of guys, they had them installed on their bike. They really don't know what they do. So they can't really describe it. Yeah, they saw a little bit of a gain. So I decided, you know what? I think this was $302 at my local Harley dealer. I thought, you know what? I'll keep my warranty intact and I'll try it. I'm going to do a tutorial on exactly how to program your bike and everything. My thoughts about this after having it on the bike for about 3 weeks. I love it. I couldn't be happier with spending $300 for the gains that I achieved in that. Again, I ride a 2016 Road Glide Ultra. It's got the 103, or the high output 103, but the 103. This little thing woke that bike up in all of the right places. If I had to write down all the little places that I'd like to see a little gain, this did it. A lot of people will disagree. They want wheelies. They want 120 miles an hour. That's not my style of riding. One of my biggest complaints with the 103 is if you're cruising around in let's say fourth or fifth gear, and you want to scoot up or move or dart between cars, whatever. A lot of times you got to downshift. With this thing, I'm telling you, I don't have to downshift. I've got so much power at the control. It made the throttle super responsive. I've ridden bikes with M8s. A lot of people say that the response of the M8 is far greater than the 103 at the throttle, which is correct. I agree, 100%. This bike put my 103 in that direction. I can't say it's exactly like the M8. I mean, it does have differences, but it's enough it helped it in second gear. It helped it in all the gears. I notice the bike naturally wants to rev higher without sounding painful. Right, like now I can shift at about 3,800 miles or 3,800 RPM, and the bike doesn't sound like it's going to come apart. It sounds like it's a natural shift point for the bike. I mean, you could obviously shift sooner, but if you're on it and you want to rev it up and wind it out a little bit, 3,800 doesn't even come close to making it sound like it's going to come apart. Before 3,800 to 4,000, it would do it. It's built to do it, but it just didn't sound right in my mind. Well, applying this little puppy, let me stretch out each gear. The pull in third, fourth, and fifth gear is unbelievable. There's a lot of times that I've been riding recently with this where I get to, you get used to the sounds and everything, and you'll be cruising and you're in fifth gear, where that sounded like sixth gear before. So I'm having to relearn the sounds. But if anybody is ever on the fence, there's a lot of haters, and there is about everything, but I don't feel, a lot of people feel constrained about what Harley will and won't do with this Screamin Eagle. It's a plug and play tuner. There's not a lot of customization on it, but that's not what I was looking for. I've got Screamin Eagle slip-ons. I put a Screamin Eagle high flow air intake on, and I added this, making it a full stage 1. And by adding this, the bike runs cooler. It idles better. I don't notice so much heat buildup on the right side that these bikes are famous for. It is the single best upgrade I've done to my bike, without getting into the engine. Biggest bang for your buck. I feel like I would have paid $600 for this thing, knowing what it does, and how I feel about it after. And I was able to keep my warranty. If I'd have gone with the Vance & Hines or the various other ones out there, I'd have lost my warranty. If somebody's, you know, wanting a tuner, not wanting to spend big bucks, wanting to keep a warranty, which a lot of people don't, you know, they don't care about warranty. Warranty's pretty valuable. I mean, if the motor blows up, it's covered. But I wanted a little bit more, and I got it. Questions? Feel free to ask questions. But I 100% back this thing. This thing has turned my bike into a new bike. When I rode it the first time out of town, not out of town. Well, it was about a 40-minute ride, a lunch ride we did, and it was the first more than 15-mile ride I did with us on it. We got there were some twisties, and there were some straight shots of 2-lane highways, and I got off it and I was giddy. I felt like I was 10 years old and just got a box of candy. I mean, it made that bike do things in the corners and have torque where I didn't have as much before. But I was super impressed, super happy with it. But I just wanted to share my experience with the Screamin Eagle Pro Street Tuner. But I will throw together a video of exactly how to do it, how to apply it to your bike. It's got a learn feature. Once it's attached to your bike, I'll show you how to go through all that. But quick thoughts on the Pro Street Tuner. Love it. Get yourself one if you want one. Thanks a lot, guys. See ya.